Sweetie.
I didn't know we were live. You didn't give me the countdown.
I literally said go live.
Yeah, but you didn't do the count like you usually do.
I don't have to count. If I say go live and put my hand up on the phone, that means we're going live.
It does, because you're going to press go live. I'm about to use this here. That's all I wanted to count in. I was going to tell you the whole story.
Let's pretend that didn't happen. 1, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we're live. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Come on in, share this podcast, and leave a positive emoji, like, thumbs up, heart, care, and all that on your way in. Shout out to Keena Keen, who was in here as soon as I created the broadcast 4 hours ago. She said, we ready. And she always puts that under my post on YouTube. We love Keena Keen. She's been Team Reen for a long time.
What up?
Let me reset these comments. Let's see who else we got in here. Monty says, Team CT all day.
All day.
Elijah says, if you do you, then that's dope. Okay, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, here we go. Do you cook for you and your husband? Okay, you coming straight in without even the hellos. Let me just, I want to say hello first, and I want to know why it's not loading over here. So let me go back and enter so I can get these comments over here. My name is Tanjareen. This is my husband, CT. And as it says on the screen, we're a real life married couple. Welcome to our Marriage Go Round podcast. This is episode number 33. This is our Jesus year of podcasts. And we're excited to be here to give you some more content about relationships. There we go. Now I think it might be reset. Let's see what these comments are saying, and then we'll get into the theme song, talk about what we've been up to since the last time you saw us, and then get into today's topic. So let's see. We had all these wonderful people in here early. Elijah said, what's up, Tanjareen and CT, and happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Elijah. Thank you for supporting all of my content. I see your name quite a bit. Tanjareen, you always got talent. I thank you so much. How's everything, Jordan Taylor? Everything is fantastic. I see you joined my Discord yesterday, Jordan. Please ask questions because I don't think you were talking to us. I saw your name pop up. We are going to go in there after the show today and watch the first version of the movie Creed. And if we can stay awake, we'll watch the second one so we can all go pay and see it. Part 3 on Friday.
When are you going to spend some time with your man? That wasn't in your schedule.
Baby, we watched TV last night until you conked out on me.
Oh, so I got to wait till the end of the night, and then everybody else just get you during the day.
Aren't you the one that's leaving to go do a show?
Yeah, but
so
I do shows.
When do I have time? Because you left last night to do a show, and you left the night before that to do a show. So when do you have time for your wife? Exactly. Hey, my mommy's watching. Hi, mommy. It's Barbara Martin. It's spelled in French, in case you didn't know. I was a Martin until I took on his last name. Let's see. Mama, hey, Mama Reen. Monty met my mom at my birthday party, and they are now homies. And the first relationship question we got, I'll pin it for later.
Let's do it now. I want to do this theme song so we can get it going. Come on.
You almost said get it over with.
I said get it going.
I know. I said you almost said.
You don't know what I almost said. Because that's what I meant to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the theme song.
Time for the theme song, guys.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT's marriage go round.
Because it's married things and things are rock.
Married things and things are rock.
It's the Real Relationship Podcast. Blaka, blaka, blaka. That's his favorite part of the show.
Now that is over with.
Thank you so much. Tell us, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hear from you, and then CT's going to tell us what he's done since the last time we had an episode.
You're so controlling.
Well, sweetie, you wanted me to run the show.
Bossy, come on.
What are you rushing me for?
Because I want to get to what I want to get to.
Let's table this one because this is a relationship question. And let's go to this one. Click like upon entry, Open Mind says. Just stop by to say what up, kin folks. Can't stay. I'm at work as usual. Love y'all. Thank you, Open Mind. Please come back and watch the replay and hashtag Team Replay in the chats. I'm here now. Y'all can start. Okay, Chris, we were waiting on you, Chris.
Thanks.
We were waiting on you, Chris. Autumn Reed is here.
Autumn Reed.
Queen Tanjareen. My favorite emojis after that. CT with the Law and Order, Detroit's finest district attorney braids. Hey! Yes, you guys have seen the fro the last couple of episodes, and now he's got this a new braider, and the braids is looking nice and sexy. I'm always doing fantastic. Hey, Emperor Kev, the song never gets old. Thank you, Jordan Taylor. Amos is watching in the Netherlands, which means it's about midnight out there. Thank you for staying awake. He made it rain on Tanjareen's Top Talent, sent me 100 euros in a super chat last night. Amos is my sugar daddy overseas. Mwah. Thank you, Amos. That's for you. Mwah. Kiara is amazing. Okay, Braids. Team CT all day. This is live. I literally just picked up my phone and opened your notification. Yes, that's how it works, Nova J Speed 3. We are live every Wednesday. Looks very nice, Magnus says. Baby, what you been up to?
This was such a busy week. Saturday and Sunday, I had 6 shows. Comedy Magic Club. And the last show on Sunday, 5 shows, I'm sorry. The last show on Sunday, Arsenio Hall performed on his show. It was an incredible experience. I posted his introduction of me on stage on my IG. If you want to go check that out, IG is Instagram. And Monday,
I love how you're saying it so casually. Arsenio Hall is an icon in our community.
Legend.
In the Black Hollywood world, in the mainstream world, and in the stand-up comedy world, you know, all the way from when he was in Coming to America 1. And he does a show called Arsenio Hall and Friends at the Comedy and Magic Club, which is famous for having people like Jay Leno there every week. And he wanted CT to be on his show. And he gave him the most incredible introduction to the stage. And it was filmed. And he posted that on his Instagram and Facebook. So please watch that and understand the heaviness of it.
This is why you have an amazing wife like Tanjareen to be able to say it the way that you want it to be said. Because if I'd have said it, it just sounded weird. Anyway, that happened Sunday. And then Tuesday, I don't think I had a show Monday. Yeah, Tuesday, got a chance to shoot a new show called Dad Jokes Elimination for All Deaf. Patrick Cloud directed. He's amazing. I love that guy. And I did 4 episodes of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and BT Kingsley was on 3 of the episodes with me.
Your best friend.
Oh my God. BT Kingsley makes me laugh like nobody's business. And anyway, when it airs, y'all will see exactly what I mean. So that was that. And then I got a chance to perform on Ruby Tuesdays at the Laugh Factory, hosted by my good friend Ruben Paul. Shantae Wayans and I were on that show. And then I went to go do another show by my good friend Steph at this Hollywood spot. You know the karaoke spot you always see these videos of where people pop in and sing and it's like all these famous people. That same club was doing a comedy night Tuesdays because of my guy Steph. And if you know anything, you don't know anything about this, so I'm just going to tell you. In the comedy world, there's a club crowd that goes to party and dance, and then there's a comedy club crowd. These are 2 completely different crowds. The crowd there last night was a club crowd. So it's not set up for comedy. And it was about to be a rough one. It's like performing in a bar. Like I grew up
very difficult
performing in bars in Detroit. When I moved to LA, that almost stopped because I'm like, yo, I'm a full-on professional now. I don't have to perform in bars anymore. And Steph was like, hey man, come do my show. And I'm like, and I love Steph and I didn't want to tell him no. So I did his show. It was great. It was funny. I left the stage and went home. And that is
how many minutes did you do?
I said I was going to do 4 minutes. I probably did like 6 or 7, and then I just left. And I'm talking about left, like got off stage and walked directly to my car. But anyway, so that was that. Can I get to what I want to talk about real quick?
After I say what I've been up to, which won't take as long because I didn't have 6 shows. So amazing recap. Yeah. Congrats on all those shows.
Thank you so much.
That's how you continue to be the funniest guy that I know because you get a lot of practice in. He's performing at all the hottest clubs in Hollywood and with all the hottest people on the stage with him. I had only 1 show since I last saw you guys, and that was because I had one the night before our last show, which is Valentine's Day with him, Couples in Comedy. And then last Friday, I performed at what they call the Short Bus Revolt. They call it the Short Bus Revolt because the guy who produces it and hosts it is a little person. So I was shocked that there were more than one little person. There was more than one little person in the audience. So I had a couple little people jokes that came to the top of my head. I posted a couple of them in my Patreon. Let me know if it's okay for me to post them on Instagram and Facebook.
It's not.
The crowd laughed. They loved me. I got pictures with them afterwards. I had a really good time. So please look at my Patreon if you are a member of Team Reen. It's only a 60-second video that I put up, or even less than that. I think it's 50-second clip. Let me know if it's okay for me to post it tomorrow on Instagram. But I had a good time. You didn't even look at it. I had a good time at the Short Bus Revolt. Shout out to Pancho Malero for booking me. The guy who was the little person in the movie Joker, his name is Lee Gill. He was there in the audience along with 2 other little people. And then I don't know if I'm allowed to call them regular sized people because, you know, everybody who's not the regular says they don't want to be not regular. So people and little people were in the audience and I had a really good time.
Thank you, Monty. Here's the thing, Tanjareen. I'm sure you were extremely funny. That's not what I'm disputing.
Mm-hmm. Hand me a tissue. Oh, never mind.
You cannot post that online because the live crowd and the internet crowd are 2 completely different crowds. Live crowds laugh wholeheartedly. Internet crowds look for something to cancel somebody for.
Baby, I want to get canceled so I can get some popularity. That's my goal. I want to be canceled. I want to be talked about. Cancel and bad publicity is free.
The way that it goes is you get popular and then they try to cancel you. So you don't want that order. You're thinking you're going to get canceled.
No, I got this. I got this, baby. Okay. I got this.
So
anyways, hey, y'all, feels good to catch you live this time. Congrats, CT. CT and BT booking things and contract time together equals fire. So that's CT. And this one said they were glad to catch us live. Arsenio Hall, that's what's up. Let's go CT. That's what's up. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you all so much.
So what do you want to talk about, baby?
Okay. So,
he's so excited.
One of the internet homegirls, chocolate homegirl, noticed the early days of IG. She smashed Drake. Let's back up. All right. So she posts on her page a video of Drake giving an interview about girls with large breasts and how he says he has a lot in common with women with large breasts. Then he talked to a therapist because the therapist said, you are the biggest breast in the room. You're Drake. You're the attention catcher. So when you speak to women with large breasts, you guys have a lot in common because they're used to getting a lot of attention. So when you talk to them, they realize, and you realize, oh, wow, you're more than just a big breast. You're actually this or that or this or that. And that's why a lot of women he's dated have had big breasts, right? And her caption read, and I wonder why he blocked me, right? And I was like, that's interesting.
Is this gonna give away who you're talking about?
No, not at all. This is a chocolate girl that is one of the homegirls on IG. There are so many women that I follow on IG. This is not gonna give away anybody. So I'll even show you her. But let me tell you the story first, and then it'll make sense of how it's not even giving it away. Because she gave it away.
Okay. Then you don't have to. Just go ahead with the story.
Okay, thank you for permission to do what I was about to do. So I DM her and I say, and why did he block you? And she says, because I posted our FaceTimes and text. LOL. I don't know how he found out. He didn't follow me. I say, LMFAO. Sheesh. Right?
Secret.
Exactly. I say, cold game. And then she says, LOL. I mean, no one believed me. I don't know why he was so mad, but I guess. I say, LMFAO, you got to be private about everything, sweetheart. That's why, LOL. If you posted that, he felt like, dang, she may post everything. Forget what people think. Keep it all private and make that money, right? Because I'm just assuming you're dealing with a famous artist. They come, throw you a couple dollars.
Yeah, she's smart.
So she says, I mean, yeah and no. Like, we were done talking, so it shouldn't matter. I'm getting red flags as I'm reading this, and I'm going to give you my red flags as we go. First red flag is she says they weren't talking anymore, so it shouldn't matter. So in your mind, privacy is conditional upon talking to someone and being in their good graces. If you don't talk to that person anymore, loyalty is out the window. That's the first red flag. And I'm thinking for her, like, wow. So I say, gotcha, right? And then she says, oh, he didn't give me any hush money and I never signed NDAs. So shrug. And I said, oh, right? And she says, I'm a talk, which another red flag. So many people are in such a rush to tell people something for free. Just to say it, like, this is why people don't trust people. So then I say, why wouldn't you sign NDAs? And she says, just not my thing. I'm gonna talk when I want, so I don't do it.
That's
and if
why
that
they're
means
not together no more.
I'm gonna talk when I want to talk, so I don't do it. And if that means I can't hang out with somebody, that's fine, because I don't care that much. I'm not a clout chaser. I don't need the money. So if he's not my boyfriend or husband, I don't care. Whew. I say you are hilarious, because that made me laugh reading that. And she says, I know, I'm just real. Men hate me, especially in the industry, because they still want me because they've never had me. So I win. And I'm like, man, there are women that exist like this. So then I say, makes sense. I'm glad you're well. And she said, yeah, and thank you. People will know a real one comes along, and I have no social media at all, meaning that she will turn her social media off when she gets a real one, apparently. So
until they break up, then she'll get back on social media and post all the receipts about their relationship because she can't hold water.
I was so shocked. This is the biggest rapper on the planet, and you were in such a rush to just tell people you were dealing with him that,
Autumn Reed said before you mentioned that part, what part of NDA did she not understand? Latasha says they always pick the wrong ones. Novej Speed 3 says you started with Instagram model. That's the first red flag, and that's funny. I know because we live in Hollywood and I'm from California. Of course, myself included, we know a lot of people who date people that are in the public eye. And you may not have to sign an NDA, but you have common sense to know that you're not supposed to talk about who you're dating or where you guys have gone until you become a public official couple. Because as soon as you hold hands and get a picture taken, TMZ and everybody's gonna come out and talk about it, and then they're gonna watch your every date, your every step until you guys break up, and they're gonna report on that. So a lot of times people don't want to be the center of attention like that. They just might like you, and they might spend time with you, or it might just be a booty call. Either way, you know what you're signing up for. And it's messy when you do something outside of that. So thanks for sharing that story.
Crazy, right? Red flags. It's like it makes you really not trust anybody. And she's a cute girl, but she's got like ginormous breasts. And like the post that he made said, he likes women with very, very large breasts. And it's like, baby girl, you could have. A lot of people can't see the forest for the trees. So I'll give you this quick story before we move on. This makes sense to this. 50 Cent said he went to a producer right before he made Get Rich or Die Trying. And he was like, yo, he made the track for him, like the beat. And his manager at the time went to the producer and said, hey, you got two options. Take the 50 grand for the track, or take 10 grand and take some points on the track. And that, take some points on the track, it blows up, or not it blows up. So you'll always have money coming in. Because, money's gonna come in, or you can just take the 50K. Producer was like, give me the 50K. And it's like, all right, cool. It's in your account, bro. Fast forward, Get Rich or Die Trying goes diamond. He could have made millions, but he wanted the quick 50K in his hand money. And, because of his past experiences, he probably has been burned, and he also probably didn't understand points at that time because he wasn't a big enough producer to obviously know what points were. So it just goes to show her situation was, oh, people don't believe me. Let me tell you how I dealt with Drake, instead of just dealing with Drake. And you could have got something out of it. You could have got a business, a home, who knows?
I see someone in the green room who may have a question. Go ahead and turn your camera on. We'll get to you. Autumn Reed says, obviously she talked herself out of a situation she doesn't sound like she had the maturity and foresight to deal with. Loose lips were definitely the downfall in this. Moral of the story, keep those lips tight at all times.
All four of them.
All lips.
Amen.
Exactly. Trust comes from showing someone that you're there for them. I like that, Jordan Taylor. You got to know how to shut up. Plus, you're not getting paid to tell it. #messy.
You're not getting paid. Nobody's paying you to tell all this. It's not like you started a page and was like, yo, I'm about to drop all videos and pictures. Come make some bread with me. You just posted it just to get likes. People don't make sense to me sometimes.
Right.
Shantae, put your
Shantae
camera
says she's
on.
not comfortable putting her camera on. Well, then there's no reason for you to come into the green room to get on the show. You could just type your questions in the public chat, and we'll answer them there.
Yeah, thanks, Shantae.
Thanks
all
for
right,
coming
so
in.
what are the questions that we missed?
I just went through them.
Did you?
Oh, you talking about these?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question was from Elijah Johnson. He says, "Do you cook for you and your husband?"
Let me tell you something. Yes, she does. She made me some food the other night at 11 p.m. just because I was hungry.
I like to feed my baby when I can, and he does a great job at buying the groceries. So
I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you so much for saying that, because that actually is something else I wanted to talk about on today's show.
Okay.
Guys, I like apple juice. Tanjareen introduced me to.
Oh, look.
Huh?
The person just put all these derogatory words in the chat.
Oh, that's why they didn't turn their camera on.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. The N word and the F word are all through the private chat. So,
which,
I'm
by
really
the way,
glad that we knew better.
You guys don't know this, but the person typed Shantae, meaning SHAWNTE accent, and it was an avatar picture of a black woman.
They were trying to get us.
They were trying to get us. So when we say turn your camera on, we say turn your camera on. Now, if we'd have just let that person in because they assumed we would be dumb enough to just let somebody in because they have a picture of a black woman and we celebrate and support black women here, we'd have got duped. We probably would have got flagged for something because they would have said all of that stuff on camera. You can't outsmart brilliant people. Anyway, I like apple juice, guys. Tanjareen introduced me to what real apple juice is, because growing up, we thought the apple juice was the clear brown juice and or the green apple juice, and it was like, colored and all of that. Real apple juice is brown, guys, dark brown. Now, if you mess with like Simply Lemonade, they got Simply Apple, which is brown. Tanjareen put me up on the apple juice from Trader Joe's. Oh, delightful. I say all of that to say, groceries come in because Tanjareen orders the groceries. I open the refrigerator, one bottle of apple juice, right? Delicious, grateful. I go to grab us both a bottle of water today, guys. And what do I see? Plural, large bottles of coconut water, which is what Tanjareen enjoys. So why would you get yourself multiple bottles of coconut water and only need one apple juice?
Well, number one, it's great that you decided to wait for our live show to ask me this question.
I just noticed.
You could have asked me. Secondly, the coconut waters are really skinny bottles. So 2 of them would equal one of your regular apple juice.
I disagree.
And 3, just like when you asked me 2 episodes ago, why haven't I baked you the cake that you've been asking for years that I used to bake? Same reason. The sugar that's in the juices adds weight around your waistline.
You don't even want to make the cake. You never wanted to make the cake.
I don't have a problem making a cake, but if you keep telling me you want to lose weight and you tell me your goal is to lose so many pounds, I'll say, hey, babe, I'm not eating sugar today. I'm not eating sugar this month. What do? You come home with freaking apple fritters on purpose.
You did the same thing to me.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
And
you're like, I got you a donut. I'm like,
that are bigger than my face.
Your face.
It'll be just when I said I don't want sugar.
Tanj.
You're trying to sabotage my health journey.
That's what you're doing.
And you want me to do the same for you.
You don't even have a big face. You have a small face. Anything is bigger than your face. If I put my hand up, my hand is bigger than your face. So if I get a bag of 25-cent chips, it's bigger than your face. So you can't say apple fritter.
Peanut butter pancakes are all we heard about for 3 years. They are basically Team CT all day legends now. And I still make those. I haven't made them in a couple months, but I still make the peanut butter pancakes. I try to use natural sugar with them.
That's
I
how
give
you
them
do
to
it with
him
the cake.
Real maple syrup. But that's me giving him maybe 4 or 5 pancakes. Me baking an entire cake, he's going to eat the entire cake.
Don't put your hands like that. That's not how big that cake is.
Yes, it's an 8-inch cake.
It's like that.
It's an 8-inch cake, and you feel like that's 4 slices. But it could be more. Anyway, I'm looking out for you when I don't buy a whole bunch of sugar.
I've been asking
you
for this
also
cake.
have 24 cans of Pepsi in there.
15, guys.
And you've been trying to lose weight since then too.
Yeah, and I've only gotten bigger. So apparently you need to make this cake.
Or apparently you need to stop cheating on your weight goals.
2015.
Oh, I feel so sad for the trolls.
I'll be doing great, and then Tanjareen to come in like, I got you a donut. Like, I can't resist this. So you talk about I'm sabotaging you.
Yes,
you
a donut.
Me.
I'll give you little treats because I know a little donut is not as bad as a whole cake. Or me buying 2 or 3 gallons of juices when you already have cases of Pepsi here. A
Krispy Kreme donut
Thank you.
has more sugar than the cakes that you make, which are healthy. That's what y'all don't realize. These are vegan cakes. I'm not asking her to make a straight up milk cake. She's making vegan cakes.
Tanjareen trying to help you, CT. Tilly says.
Tilly, I appreciate you.
Coconut water's on sale, 2 for $1 at Trader Joe's right now. You know Autumn Reed got all the facts.
All the answers.
Monty, he just wants to take some cake, Tanjareen. Make the cake, Anna Reen.
Thank you, Monty. All I hear from her is excuses for 7 years.
CT, have you cheated on your wife in reality? Jay Brooks.
Jesus
I'll
Christ.
put that in the,
who says that?
your wife be trying
you
to
talk about cakes and cooking. Hey, you ever cheated on your wife in real life? Or was it just sketches? You son of a bitch.
Autumn Reed says, okay, we'll sneak you some cake in May.
It's got to be hers.
For his birthday. His birthday's May 9th.
I asked you for a birthday cake for 6 years. And all you got me is other cakes. I want your cake.
And I got you amazing cakes with your picture on them, which I don't know how to do. And
I don't need a picture. I need your hard work into the cake.
It's nice having someone that cares about you. Just appreciate it, George says.
God, am I always just wrong in y'all eyes? Do y'all ever just hear my perspective on something? Monty is the only one who heard my perspective.
Listen, Autumn Reed said they're going to sneak you some cake in May.
First of all, Autumn Reed, I just need y'all to sneak y'all here in May. I want Tanjareen to make me cakes.
Trader Joe's got that good-ish, not only the apple juice.
Facts.
Yes, but their apple juice, that thick apple juice that's in the cold section, so good. I feel like they add sugar to it. Yeah, it's small. But I got you the other one.
It's a half a gallon.
Let me see. I got to clock in for work soon. Just wanted to drop in and show support. I'll watch the replay later. Thank you. Make sure you put a comment under the video.
Hey, Tilly, don't sound like you annoyed by what I'm talking about.
Child, make him the cake, please.
Don't ever take that time with me, Tilly.
I'm on your side, CT.
Thank you, Jackie.
You shut your skinny self up.
Man.
Jackie Moody can eat anything.
She can.
And she weighs 70 pounds.
That's a fact. If that, she was 65.
She cracks me up. I feel you, brother. You shut up too, Charles.
Thank you, Charles.
If you eat a little more, just walk the block 3 times. That's it. He's He's very sedentary. He plays his video games all day. He edits all day. He doesn't move around. So
do you. You just started going to the gym this week, and are you all high and mighty?
Just started. Don't make me pull out receipts. I got pictures in my fitness room in the Discord of when I go to the gym. And I even stopped posting and go to my phone for December, January. I went to 2 workout classes yesterday.
Yeah, that's this week.
Yes, but I go every week.
Okay.
You know I do.
Well, the only reason I said that is because you start throwing stones at me.
So
It's very
sedentary.
He does this. Like, you will sit in that office of yours all day.
Yeah, and then I'll get up and go to the gym.
Yeah,
or I'll go in the green room and do some sit-ups.
Yeah, I bet.
Anyways.
This is our last episode, guys. Enjoy it. Because I'm tired of her. So she's going to be out or I'm going to be out. But one of us going to be here next week.
The funny thing is, you still got to live with me, whether we do this podcast or not.
Don't matter.
I'm still here.
Last episode, guys.
And I'm going to be up in your face.
Let's enjoy it.
Quality time and touch.
Let's enjoy it.
Oh, my goodness. No, Tilly says.
Yeah.
Bandersnatch says, not just this week. She knows better. CT never wrong, but might be lying about something that may think we all believe that lie. That part.
I was like that, Carlos,
huh? Laughing. Not the last episode.
Her mouth. Did you see the DM that I sent you? Or you're too busy doing other work before the show?
Did I leave a response to it?
No.
Who's it from?
It's from me.
No, I mean, where did you pull it from?
Oh, 6 brown chicks.
Yes, I did.
All right, let's go to it.
First of all, I don't like that you said something about my mouth as if
you don't have a mouth.
Because I have to be able to stand up to you in your mouth.
You keep thinking that you have to stand up to somebody. It's not about standing up. You are my wife. Just sometimes shut the fuck up.
And let you just talk crazy to me?
It's not crazy.
You talk crazy to me.
No, I do not.
You are a bully.
I am not a bully. You are a bully.
You're a bully.
Everybody thinks
I need to go. We need to do a station break. And then I do that thing where we go away and we argue. You gotta argue back.
No, because that's you. Here's the problem, guys.
We're back.
The problem is this. Tanjareen, I'll give you your applause for the neckline on the shirt is trash. I'll give you your applause for hiding your true bully nature when the camera comes on. I'm not good at that. So when I get on camera, I'm just being authentically me. And you play this whole, but CT, I have to stand up to you because you're a bully. It's like, you are the bully. You're so bossy. You're so mean. You are so, you don't care about anything. I will give you credit for giving me a compliment on my braids before the show started. That's rare for you. So thank you.
Monty says, well, on this one.
Hey, Jay Brooks.
I gotta have.
You about to get blocked, yeah?
I gotta have Tangereen's back. She's a gym rat at this point. Thank you. You see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build some muscle right here.
She's
Natasha's
amazing.
laughing. Carlos is laughing.
I cheer her.
CT Tanjareen Thomas loves when you talk crazy to her. It's probably the favorite thing she loves about you.
Hilarious. Also, Jay Brooks, I'll add this. Even if Tanjareen did cheat on me, you wouldn't be the guy. So please stop commenting a million questions about that. Jesus Christ.
Okay, Vic Ness is back in the green room, but he also tried to get in the green room on Tangereen's Top Talent yesterday. And when I said turn the camera on, he went away. So he or she, Vic Ness, Vignesh, V is the second name. You can leave some comments in the public chat like you did yesterday, but if you're not going to turn your camera on, you're not going to be able to join the show. Bandersnatch says marriage go around, 28% advice, 72% a whole argument. Jay says, my bad. Because he asked the question too many times. LOL. Yeah, what did I just walk in on? Kyle? I don't know. Let's reset. Let me take a deep breath. Take a deep breath with me. Thank you, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to episode number 33 of the Marriage Go Round. Do you realize you always interrupt me when I'm trying to just do a quick identification break?
You want to see who's going to breath the longest?
No, that's not good television.
Let's do it. You didn't even make it for the hole.
Because it's so stupid. Why do you have to interrupt me every time I'm trying to do something professional? But if I interrupt you, it's like, oh my God.
In my defense, I had that thought before you started this sentence. Go ahead.
I literally just did a spit take. This is so stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode.
CT was talking crazy to Tanjareen. That's what you missed. Exactly, Carlos.
Oh, I was talking crazy to her?
Yes, that's what they saw.
I'm about to quit, bro.
Y'all so real. I love it. Big fan of y'all, Kyle says. Thank you. So my parents made 45 years together on Saturday.
Nice.
Yes, I'm bragging.
You should.
Do you think it's harder for couples today to have that kind of longevity? That is a great relationship question too. All right, hilarious OMG, not who can hold their breath the longest. It's so silly, Latasha. So we have two people waiting in the green room. We got some questions that we've pinned over here about relationships on the side. Let's get to those questions. Then we'll get to the memes you sent me, and we'll get to our person in the studio. So we already answered one of them, and this one says, first question right off the between the both of you, who has the coldest lower ankles, who complains the most about the sharper toenails? Oh, that's not even an issue with us. I am constantly keeping everything soft and moist and smooth down there.
They're beautiful.
And that's not even a question.
Mine are always cold, and she hates when I touch her because she's like, you're freezing.
Yes. And he just laughs and keeps them on me.
Because it's so funny to me.
And that's why I get them back when we do
Come
the show.
on, man. See? I don't do this on camera.
Oh, so if I put the camera in the bedroom, it makes it different?
Yeah.
You're so silly. The next question makes no sense. It is, do you live with CT? Elijah Johnson, God bless you. Yes, he's my husband. If you can see under the name Tanjareen to CT, it says real life married couple. I don't know how old you are, so I won't judge you for your questions. You might be a child. You might, have a different mindset. But yes, we're married and we live together. Thank you for your question. It's okay, baby. We don't know how old he is or what his mindset is. Fitzroy says, blessings to the city family. Question. Oh, I did that one already. Let's get rid of that. Fitzroy, he asked it twice. That's what it was. Okay, Fitzroy says, also as a side question, can we get you or is your wife on the 5150 show?
We've done it before as a couple.
Yes.
And I've done it separately. We love Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is family, man. I love that guy. I cannot say that. I can say it 1,000,000 times and still not say it enough. But yeah, a lot of times, like you just heard with she and I, we have been busy, as I'm sure he is too. I don't even know what night he records the show, Tuesdays. But I love seeing Corey.
I get the notifications because I'm subscribed because he's actually my friend in real life.
That's dope.
The notification bell is on. So
I saw him last Monday when I performed at the Improv, and he had performed the night. No, I saw him 2 weeks ago when I performed at the Improv on a Monday, and then I saw him again that Sunday because he performed at the Laugh Factory when BT was hosting.
I know I'm behind, but what kind of cake was it? Sometimes red velvet, Sometimes he likes yellow cake with brown frosting, which yellow cake isn't even a flavor. But
she didn't do that one though. She did chocolate
maybe,
chip cake. She did double chocolate. She had done red velvet, and then she was experimenting a lot, and then she just stopped.
Yeah, I saw what was happening. CT's face is priceless. He's over it.
Saw what was happening.
How long have you guys been married? We'll be married 9 years on May 14th. We got married on 5/14/14. So let's get those congratulations ready for us. Let's see. Let's go back to these last couple comments. So Jay really wanted to know. He asked more than once. Hey CT, have you cheated on your wife in reality? First of all, hey CT doesn't go with the rest of that sentence. It's like that's your friend. You just riding your bike down the street. Hey CT, have you cheated on your wife? Like it makes no sense how you worded that question. Have you cheated on your wife in reality, CT?
No.
All right, there's your question. There's your answer. And we go to so we got a question from. So now we get to. Autumn Reed once again says, my parents made 45 years together on Saturday. Yes, I'm bragging. Do you think it's harder for couples today to have that kind of longevity? I would say, I think yes. I think it is hard. I don't think it's harder because it's the same hardness. Your parents went through a lot to get to 45 years. There was a lot that they probably haven't told you and a lot that you've witnessed. But the commitment to stay together is what keeps you together. There's going to be ups and downs, but I'm not leaving is what the old school people did. And I don't know that the new school generation is on that I'm not leaving trip. Everything they get is microwave fast, is internet fast. And
first
they don't
argument,
like something,
out.
They just get a no, they get it, you know. So I feel like it's not harder. It's just more convenient to just go to keep it moving. What do you think, babe?
I agree.
Okay, great. Oh, Kyle got married right before us, 5/11/2014. Nice. You wanted a weekend. We did a Wednesday because I wanted 14/14 in ours. So you probably got a Sunday. Let me get to this next one. Guy Tripp had a question.
Guy.
I know that too. You know why I keep calling you Guy? I said it before, but you know Guy Torry, the comedian. He spells it G-U-Y, Guy Torry. But he said the proper pronunciation in French is Guy. And it rhymes with sorry, Tory. So he was like, Guy. So when I see that, I'm like, oh, this is the French spelling. Clearly, he wants me to say Guy, but you told us it was Guy. Guy Tripp says, I have to bring this question back. My birthday's on Friday. What are acceptable red flags for that day? Make it fun, please. Ooh, that's a good question.
What are we, monkeys? Make it fun. I don't understand the question.
What is a red flag for his birthday? Meaning, if you're dating someone and these things happen from the person you're dating, is it a red flag? Is that what your question means? Acceptable red flags for your birthday on Friday. I would say
he's married though, so it's not like it would be somebody he's dating.
Okay, so if you're married and this is a relationship podcast and you're asking a relationship question, I'm going to assume you mean what are the acceptable red flags from your wife on your birthday? I would say because you're married and because nobody can read minds, you should make it clear what you'd like for your birthday, because it could be you want to be alone, or it could be you want to be be around a lot of people, or it could be you just want to be with her. So I think you should make it clear what you want to do and who you want to spend that day with. Maybe it's half with your kids and half with your wife, or maybe you just want to go to a nice quiet dinner, or maybe you want to stay home. But if your wife doesn't know what you want, like for example, she throws you a surprise party, but you hate surprises. Like, I think you need to make it clear what you want. The red flags would be if she doesn't even ask you what you want. But I think that instead of waiting for that, you should just speak up, because Friday is going to be here in 2 days. What do you think? Red flags on the birthday from a spouse.
I still don't understand how to answer the question.
All right. Well, Emperor Kev's birthday is tomorrow. Hey, happy birthday tomorrow,
Happy
Emperor
birthday.
Kev. Big Team Tanjareen member in the Discord. Jay is wild as hell for asking that question.
And here's the thing, it's not even the first time he's asked that. I feel like every week he asks that question. That's why I've reached the level of annoyance.
Got you.
Yeah, it's not like today's the first time.
Got you. New school is on that. You made me mad. It's over. Exactly. Autumn Reed says a red flag is never acceptable. It's just ignored. My youngest son's birthday is Friday as well. Happy birthday to your son, Latasha.
A lot of people got Friday birthdays.
Yeah, the new generation has 13-second attention span, let alone years of relationship. Exactly. Because if they're raised looking at TikToks and Reels and YouTube Shorts, why would they want to stay in a long relationship? And you're constantly online seeing a person who's funnier or prettier or richer or better or more charismatic than the person you're sitting next to.
There's no way I could be in a relationship. If I wasn't in a relationship with Tanjareen, there's no way I could be in a relationship in today's society. I swear to God, like the way that I've seen things change over the past 8 years with social media, that's crazy.
Yeah.
If you think about 6 years ago, it was 2017, right? That was when you could record up to a minute on Instagram videos. Now, I mean, in that 8 years, you've been able to record video, you've been able to go live, you've been able to subscribe to people's pages, you've been able to see full-on television shows when they were doing IGTV for like 60 minutes or 10 minutes. Then you look at the creation of TikTok, even more dance crazes, less challenges. Social media has changed so much. So when it comes to dating, everything is just exactly like you said. It's a microwave situation. So if I get tired of something, get out of here and get something new. And you just keep doing that to where you don't really have or need love. I
agree. Guy Trip says it was a silly question, LOL. Okay, thanks for wasting our time. All right.
That's Guy from Hawaii. He was our guy.
Hi, Guy. Amos says acceptable red flag sounds like a contradiction.
Yeah, I was only lost. Point. I'm sorry, man.
And Autumn Reed says a red flag is never acceptable. It's just
ignored. Yeah, you read it already.
Yes. But I'm putting those together because they make sense. If she brings you an 8-ball and the flat screen is missing, that's a red flag.
That is a help her get help flag.
Right. Yes, makes no sense. Okay, so here's 2 more questions. This one is from Larry. I'm on my husband's account. I got a question. I don't know your name if you're on your husband's account, Larry. What name are you signing this from? I got a question. Is CT stingy when it comes to sharing food? Because my husband not trying to share with me, LMAO. The good news is we don't eat a lot of the same things because I'm plant-based and he's an omnivore. But in the beginning, if I wanted to taste something, he would look at me like, why didn't you get your own? Or why didn't you order this if you wanted this kind of thing? But now he knows I won't allow myself to eat French fries, order of French fries, but I'll eat some of his. So now he knows like, hey, baby, you want some of these French fries? Or he knows I'm going to pick like a few of his French fries. Like, I think he's really good with sharing now. Would you agree?
Thank you for giving me that compliment. Yes, but I think everything goes to how a person was raised. So, with my sister in my house, and then even with my sister in Virginia, I never had to share anything. We always had our own stuff. If not because I'm a boy and they're girls, it was just because we liked different things. Like my little sister never even ate the meals that we would eat. She would eat string cheese, and I wasn't into string cheese. So it's like, we know not to eat her string cheese. So we all had our separate things. So I never had to share food. I've given somebody food, and that would be like, hey, like she just said, I know you like some fries, so let me either order you your own or set aside a couple of my fries to give you.
But he knows I don't want my whole order of my own fries because I don't want to eat that many fries. I just want a few.
And then make me feel bad for eating fries.
Hey, fries are delicious. I love them.
I saw what was happening.
Fresh fries do be hidden. Exactly, Latasha. So Larry's wife's name who sent that question is Lexi. She says, Lexi is my name.
Nice. Thanks, Lexi, for that question.
This one is from Amos in the Netherlands. He says, the question whether maximizing the duration of a relationship is the ultimate goal should be asked. So instead of asking about the red flags or whatever else was asked, you should be asking about maximizing the duration of the relationship. That's not a question. It's just a statement. I agree. Thank you, Amos. If you have that question, let me know, Mr. Amos.
Also, don't go into something just because you're like, ooh, I want this to be long lasting. Like, I didn't go into a relationship with Tanjareen thinking it was going to be forever. I just was like, oh, yo, you're my girlfriend now. And then time continued to go by. And it's like, I guess it's time for us to get engaged. And it's like, okay, well, I guess after the engagement comes the marriage. And every day is a choice. When we got married, we did say nobody's leaving. Like, we're not just going to say, because I'm only getting married one time. So this is it. And, but yeah, I think when people go into something like this needs to go this long, you guys kind of set yourself up for unrealistic goals sometimes, unless you feel it. But just take it day by day and really be open to having that person. You know what I mean? Like I saw an episode of SVU last night. Whew! It was called King of the Moon. It was Bradley Whitmore was playing this elderly guy who he lost his wife, and they'd been together since they were children, and she was the only woman he ever loved, and how he felt losing her, and it made me so sad because I'm like, damn. No matter how much stuff I give to Tanjareen, like I love her, and she's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I can't imagine not having her. It's funny to say get out of here, but it's like, oh my God, to not have her.
And I will say, when he said we got married and said we weren't going to leave each other, when we were dating, that was also something that I was adamant about. I'm not the type.
Whoa, tell him.
We could do a whole episode on just this, but
tell
I'm not
him
the type that you can break up with and then get back with. So if you're like, oh, this isn't working, you try to break up. Like he used to be like, oh, my next girlfriend, she's not going to say stuff like that to me. Or my next girlfriend, she's not going to do this. So when I get with my next girlfriend, this is going to happen. And I said, whoa, what are we doing? This was our first year of dating. I was like, what are we doing? Because if you're already thinking about the next relationship, I'm wasting my time. And I'm not going to allow you to talk to me like that. If you want to be here with me, this is what we're going to focus on, and we're going to make this work. And
y'all hear that long I with time? That's how LA girls talk.
What's that?
Time.
So 13 years later,
it was so funny to me because I had never heard anybody say that. Like, yo, I'm not the type of girl that you can break up with and come back. Because we hear so many people say, yeah, I decided to get back with my ex, or we took a break. And she said, I don't do breaks. I'll do breakups.
That's it.
And you're not coming back.
That's it.
And she said it with so much conviction. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go in the living room and then let me get my mind together. Because I was just like, I had never met a woman that wouldn't let me break up with her. But as a matter of fact, to her point, she would have let me break up with her. I just couldn't have come back. And to me, that was foreign because I've always been able to come back with anybody. And I was like, I can't come back. And to her credit, she's never been one to talk about her exes like, yeah, so my ex invited me to lunch, I'm gonna go. And my ex is having this event and I'm gonna go. Like once her exes are her exes, she's, cordial to them if they're somewhere, but she don't be inviting them to stuff. She don't be going to support or talk to them. She don't be having conversations. Like she's a different type
We're
of person.
Friends though. Like I don't hate any of my exes. They all are good friends with me, but I don't put them in his face and I don't try to still be like, oh, I got to give my ex some advice on his, like, no, I moved on. It's all good. Can't spin the block. That's right, Latasha. How do you put with CT like all that all of the time? I don't know what you're trying to say. I've seen a lot of videos.
Question to
Thank you. And this last question, and then we're going to get to this person in the green room. This is from Mani. She says, do you think it's harder to find true connections now in this social media world than it was before? True connections, I will say, I don't think it's harder to find true connections because dating apps are a new thing that I didn't have or my parents didn't have, but it lets you really see a lot about the person before you have to actually go out and approach a stranger at a coffee shop or a stranger at church or the grocery store. You can look at their social media page and you can see, okay, this is their favorite picture of themselves. This is what they say they like to do. This is what their kids look like. Can they spell? Do they understand how grammar works? Like you can learn a lot. Did they mention religion? Did they mention politics? You can look on Facebook and see what somebody's really, really serious about without having to meet them. So I think social media can actually help you find true connections. There's a lot of people that I know that are in strong relationships that they originally met online. But staying is it's easier to get out now because you can look online and pick somebody else. I used to tease my mom all the time because when Black People Meet first came out, my mama would find somebody and date them, and if they got on her nerves, she would be back on the app like next. She wouldn't waste no downtime. And my mom was a baddie, light skin, hazel eyes, big butt. She'd be on that app like next. And I think that's why it's harder nowadays for somebody to say they're going to be married 45 years because it's like swipe, swipe, swipe. Let's see. Let's get to this person. Welcome to the show. It is Cobra. Hi, Cobra. Thank you for your patience. You've been in here for a minute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it is the CEO of Cobra Tay Dojo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Two questions. First question is, what's a surprising thing about your partner that you have learned throughout the years of that you've been together?
Surprising thing that you've learned about your partner since you've been together? Is that what you said?
Yes.
You talking to both of us?
Yeah.
First thing that comes to mind, surprising about him, I didn't realize how much he loved 90s shows. When I first got with him, I knew he was a fan of superheroes. And so I worked out how to get us passes to go to Comic Con. I had never been before. I got us free passes as producers and stuff. And we would go every year because I knew that excited him. I did not know how much he loved the Power Rangers and all these 90s shows and Are You Afraid of the Dark and like all that different stuff. But he's really, really into that stuff to the point where he has a shrine of it in his man cave. I also didn't know how much he was going to change his love language to quality time. But if it like he was saying at the beginning of the show, when you go spend some time with me, he wasn't like that in the, years ago. But this last couple years, maybe since the pandemic, it's been more like, okay, you've been too busy. It's back to CT time. And it used to be, when's Tanjareen time? And he'd be like, every day is Tanjareen time. Get out my face. But now it's more like, well, when are you going? Well, what are you doing? Where you gotta boot about me? He wasn't like that before. So that's
you hear that voice?
Mm-hmm. That's you.
That was not me.
I sound just like you.
That was bullying.
That's CT.
You're a bully.
Sweetie. Everybody here knows who the bully is.
Okay. And you see, because anyway. How do you put up a CT that good all the time? Anyway, what did I learn that I didn't know about Tanjareen? Tanjareen is probably the only person who is a note taker. And what I mean is, you ever tell somebody about themselves and the behavior changes immediately? Like Tanjareen is somebody that I had to be very careful. I have to be very careful with my words because she takes everything literally, right? So I remember in the pandemic, like right as it started, I remember saying to her, I was like, yo, I love confident, busy, powerful Tanjareen. And she was like, right? Tay, I swear to you, bro, 2 weeks later, she had a schedule. And on the first show was on her schedule was Tanjareen's Top Talent going on at 3 p.m. And then Shoot Your Shot was Thursdays at 3 p.m. And she had the Discord set up and she was doing all these things and she was creating her squad. And it was like, oh my God, I was just saying that in the moment, you know what I'm saying?
You had said it in the beginning, so I've always known that about you. But we had started to chill when the pandemic started. We chilled for the first few weeks. And
Tanjareen was like, nah, I'm busy. I got this, and then I got this after show, and I'm doing this, and we're doing that. And I was like, oh my God, what did I say? So I didn't realize how literal of a person Tanjareen was with notes. So I had to learn very early to be very careful with what I say to her because she will take it and run. Like, you're like, yo, perfect example, very beginning of our relationship, we were just dating. And I was like, I love watching horror movies, which is true, but like occasionally, and like I'm this guy. I love doing that when I'm watching a horror movie. Tanjareen bought the Chiller channel on cable because she was like, yeah, you said you like scary stuff, so I got the channel.
First of all, you used to come over my house and sit around and you would scroll through channels and you asked me, you don't have the such and such channel, or you don't have this channel? And because you also said you love horror movies, I was like, okay, let me get this Chiller channel for my baby because he's scrolling through looking for scary stuff. But then when I got it, you were like, oh, I'm scared of scary movies. And I'm like,
yeah, I'm scared to be scared of them. So I like to watch them like that.
So it's a waste of my money.
So, and that's what she said at the time. So that's something I learned. What's your second question?
Yes, yes, Monty.
The second thing is, well, first of all, before I even say the second question, CT, you looking real dope, fire right now, looking like Thor off of Avengers, man. So shout out to you, man. And Tangerine, y'all look lovely. So
thank you.
Second question is, I just gotta ask this CT. If she will make that cake for you, whatever kind of cake it is, whatever kind you like, will you please continue doing these shows? Because I can't imagine Tangerine doing a show, even though she does Top Talent without you. I can't imagine the the marriage podcast go around, the marriage go around. I can't imagine that without you, man. We
I mean,
gotta have CT.
well, thank you, Tay. You know, I love you, brother. I will say, if she makes this cake, not only will I continue doing the show, but I will show up with smiles every week for at least a month.
So what, I gotta make you a cake every month to get a month's worth of smiles?
No, I'm just saying it's been 7 years.
Are you really counting the years?
Yeah, it's that good. Let me tell you something. Maybe take that as a compliment. The fact that I've been bringing it up for 7 years. You know?
I just
So
wanted my
let's just
baby
think
to be
about
healthy. That's all. Thank you for your question, Dante. You guys, Lion Nightly, LionKnightly, Lion Nightly. Find him online. We're gonna watch Creed an hour after.
This
right
episode
now.
went by fast.
It did.
Thanks for coming in, Tay.
We're gonna watch Creed. So if you want to
I'll be
watch
back
it,
on the
like
game.
it's cool.
I'll be back on the game next month, CT.
All right, you know where I'll be.
Yeah, and you know, when next month comes and I'm back on the game, you know the dojo back open.
The dojo back open.
So we coming for you. You already know.
I'm ready, man.
Don't
All
worry,
right.
Cobra Tay. CT's not going anywhere. That's Monty. Thank you, Cobra Tay. Have a beautiful day. We adore you.
All right, y'all too. Have a blessed one.
My man.
Like that
Love
guy.
that guy. He's the best.
How you doing? We're doing great. I'm being felt up. This is assault.
No, it is not.
It is harassment.
It's definitely harassment.
He'll get the cake eventually. Yeah, eventually. I'm busy.
They're so healthy and just so, man, so vibrant.
Thank you very much. So
Perky.
So Amos had put something on the screen about what we were talking about.
Hey, CT, you ever cheat on your wife? Hey, Tanjareen, you ever cheat on you?
Amos says, it is just a matter of knowing how to put these new technology to good use, which is not always an easy thing, with many pitfalls, dangers, and distractions. Speaking of that, CT sent me a video that you guys have probably seen on the internet of the new AI voice that can mimic anybody.
Yeah.
And it was a Caucasian man who was mimicking Kendrick Lamar's voice and rapping on a beat as Kendrick Lamar. And it's like, ooh, that's so great. But then it's like, is it? Because people can get set up now. People have lost jobs from recordings that leaked private conversations. So what if you have set up your spouse or your spouse's side chick sets him up with some AI voices because of the new technology? Oh, so many things. Just something random that I was thinking about. Curious, when did you two know the other one was the one? We've talked about that in an earlier episode.
Give us an answer again. I'll never get tired of hearing it. When did you know I was the one?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well,
Still not sure.
I guess I don't know either.
It was a couple of different things, and my answer is a little bit different now. But one of the times I knew he was the one is when my mother was throwing herself a birthday party, and we were just dating. But he showed up to the birthday party after performing comedy, and I don't even think he was drunk. No, he had a car, but he was in somebody else's car that night. But I think Barry Brewer.
I think it was, Barry met us there, but
BT came before you.
Okay,
did.
yeah, so
Barry Brewer brought him, comedian Barry Brewer and star of BET's Bruh, brought him to my mom's birthday party with all these older people just to make sure he was there for me and my mother, which I thought was really special. And I know Barry and Ida Rodriguez came too. And I know they were just like, why are we here? What's up with her? But it was like, that meant a lot to me. And it was little things like that he would do when we were dating that I was like, he's the one. Also me seeing him in this red sweater that I always talk about. It made him look like an older man sitting on the porch, like drinking lemonade with his older wife. And I was like, oh, I could see me growing old with him. So just really weird little things like that. What you about to say?
Because the answer always changes. So I always love hearing that question. There's one question I will never get tired of answering. So I think one time for me is I was very distant from my father at this point. And I want to say it was 2011, 2012, something like that. Anyway, I was supposed to go to Detroit and do some shows with Kool-Aid. One of them got canceled. Tanjareen made it to where we had a layover. I don't even think you've talked to that young lady who did this for us in a long time.
I haven't talked to her in a couple of years. I thought about her recently.
You got to reach out and say hello.
You're right.
But because I thought about her a month ago. And Tanjareen had made a friend, like she makes friends everywhere. She made a friend with a woman who worked at Southwest, or was it a different airline? I feel like it was a different airline.
It was.
It was a different airline. She made friends with her over the phone, believe it or not. And the young lady who worked at that particular airline made it to where we could have a layover in Charlotte, where my dad was living at the time. We had a like 12-hour layover. And during that layover, I got a chance to take Tanjareen to Charlotte to meet my dad and my stepmom and my little sister. And it was crazy. And I had never seen my dad that happy to see me in my life. Maybe because we had some distance. And you know how it is when you're a boy becoming a man, y'all, you start smelling yourself and you start speaking up and y'all just become separate. And Tanjareen was an integral part of making sure my dad and I got closer, making sure that we had an incredible relationship. And I think in that moment was one of the times where I was like, oh, she's the one, because my father had nothing to do with her. My family had nothing to do with her. So for her to have thought enough about me to facilitate that and it be her idea and not mine was huge. You know what I'm saying?
You're welcome, baby. I wanted to make sure that he had a close relationship with his father, and I'm glad we did because, they only had a few years left.
Yeah, who knew?
This is the last question that was in the starred section. Tanjareen, what's the first red flag to know how someone is fake or not interested in someone? The funny thing about red flags and knowing if someone's interested is you always really know deep down inside. You can tell when someone's interested. I'm extremely busy. CT has said on a previous episode, I didn't make any time for him when we were just talking. We were friends and I was busy. I always had something to do. I'm still extremely busy. But you make time for what you want to make time for. So if you're dating somebody, but they don't call you for a few days and you're the type of person who wants to hear from your other person every day, then that's a red flag. And if you tell them that it's important that you talk to them every day and they give you an excuse, that's a red flag.
We would talk every day when we weren't living together, and we were like I'm trying to think when I was at the apartment on Riverton. Mm-hmm. We would every day talk or see each other or
Yeah, we would have broken up. He was about to get an apartment that was going to be downtown LA, which is always traffic to get to and takes a long time to get to, and it's horrible parking. And if he had moved there, I probably wouldn't have continued to date him because I'm geographically prejudiced. I don't like being inconvenienced to go see somebody, especially not somebody that I want to see on a regular basis. So that's just a side note that I talked him into getting a spot that was closer to me, and it happened to be 2 buildings down from where BT and Doughboy and Donovan Jordan were living. So it was very convenient. And then Nate Jackson moved around the block and it was just like, hey, this is perfect. And so now all of us are really close, but had he moved further away, wouldn't have worked. But to answer your question, red flags when somebody's not interested. I think if you're going through something and that person's not there for you, that's a red flag. If they're not interested, they're not calling you back, but you see them posting on Instagram. They got their phone in their hand to post on Instagram. That's a red flag. Any more red flags if they're not interested?
Oh, this is a Tanjareen question. I got a book called Red Flags.
Well, give me one.
It's called the Misogynist edition.
Oh, no. Never mind. We're going to get in trouble.
If she take too long to text back and it say red flag.
Yeah.
If you say to her, man, you are insert compliment here, and she doesn't say thank you and return a compliment, red flag.
Because he needs compliments. His words
of affirmation.
Words of affirmation are important to you, but somebody else might not need a compliment back. In fact, they might see it as, oh, you're only complimenting me because I complimented you.
No, I get that. First. I'm saying in general, if you say, oh my God, you're beautiful, and the person just says, thank you.
Right. They don't necessarily need to give you a compliment back. They could just say thank you.
Nah.
So because words of affirmation are important to you,
nah, fam.
You don't see it that way. I don't necessarily need to hear a compliment back when I get one, and I give them all day.
You're gorgeous. Do you give them all day?
I do. When I'm out talking to strangers, I'm constantly finding things to compliment somebody on. Oh, that's a dope hat. Hey, I like your beard. Hey, girl, oh, you working them shoes?
You do.
I live my life like that, but I'm not seeing it like, I said you working them shoes.
I said you working
what about what I'm wearing, bitch? Like, I'm not that person. I'm just genuinely giving you compliments.
You working them shoes with your little hands on your hips. I said.
Monty says, I'm not good at compliments. You're really good at giving them, Monty.
You are.
You give them to us all the time.
You're a man, and I appreciate your compliments.
I told a girl I love her, and she said, well, I hope you don't get hit by a bus or nothing. Well, that's funny, Robert. I feel like that's a joke. I feel like that didn't really happen. It was fate that brought them two together. All right, so I had these, took the time to put all these in. I'll just put one up. I'll just put one up.
Well, okay, let's choose one.
You said you want me to start on the one that you, because I saved all of them because they were funny. They were very funny. All right, I'm just going to do this one.
Okay.
Shout out to 6 Brown Chicks. They allow people to ask anonymous questions by typing them into their website, and they post them on Instagram, and they make us laugh. So we downloaded 6 to share on the show today. We'll just do this one before we get out of here. This was question number 6 today. Carlos has 3 kids with his short, fat wife. All she does is cook and get pregnant. She posted their couple pics, and I was furious. I pulled up, told Carlos to hold my purse while I beat her butt. She stomped me out. Her kids helped. Carlos didn't help me. I'm brokenhearted. Help.
So again, you can't start no fight.
That makes me laugh. Carlos has a wife and 3 kids, and all the wife does is cook and get pregnant. So you mad? So you go over there to beat up Carlos's wife, and she beats you up.
Beat her up.
And Carlos doesn't help.
Beat up. Didn't help.
And the kids
joined in to
beat you up.
See, mama's stomping. I got to stomp too.
And you're questioning. You're brokenhearted. So apparently you were sleeping with Carlos.
Heart broke.
Because she didn't mention that Carlos was her man.
Face broke too.
But that cracked me up. Exactly. Yes, Monty is great at giving compliments. We agree. CT, you're a lucky man, beautiful, loving, caring wife. Thank you so much. Let me know what you guys think about that meme. I'll read one more and then we'll get out of here. Which one did you like?
No. We'll save it for next week.
But it's gonna be more by next week.
And we can keep going through.
Let's see. How do you start a fight and get stumped? Exactly, Latasha. That cracked me up. Let's see. Ain't no help for that. She effed around and found out. Exactly. Carlos sounds like a punk. So you saying hombre Malo Harris that he should have jumped in to save his side chick from getting beat up by the wife of his and the mother of his 3 kids? Because that's a tough spot. You got to live with this woman. And if she's cooking for you and giving you kids, you don't want to lose that. Apparently she's not good in the bed. All she does is cook and
get pregnant.
And get pregnant. It's hilarious.
That's got to be crazy. But we keep coming back.
So in about 50 minutes, we're going to go in my Discord and we're going to go into the voice channel called Reen Theater. And we're going to watch the movie Creed Part 1. If we can stay awake long enough, we'll go ahead and watch Part 2 so that we can all go see Part 3 in our various cities on our own and support this wonderful franchise. I don't remember Part 1 at all. And I fell asleep on half of Part 2. Because I was tired that day. It wasn't that it was a boring movie. I was just really tired when we went to see it. So this is going to be like me watching for the first time. And because I wanted to see it, I'm hoping that you guys will come in and watch it with me as well. Do you have an OnlyFans? Is that what you're asking me while I'm doing a marriage podcast?
That's what he is.
Give us the booby wave. Oh, they want you to play with my boobs before we go. Tell us what, okay, side pieces need to stay in their damn lane. Hell, stay on the other freeway. If your wife is on the 405, side piece better be in traffic on the 110. Good point, Autumn Reed. Tell us where we can see you. What do you got coming up? Can't wait for Creed 3. Me too, after I see 1 and 2 again.
Yeah. What I got coming up? Tonight I got a show at the Comedy Store on my good friend Jasmine Lee's show, The Cool Kids of Comedy, 8 o'clock.
I'm supposed to go.
Thursday, am I performing as well somewhere? I don't think I'm performing Thursday. I think I'm performing. Anyway, and then I'm off for the weekend.
I used to keep a calendar on his website. I think it was teamclaytonthomas.com. But he stopped telling me when his shows were. And
baby, come back.
Sending me flyers, so. Yeah,
I don't have a show Thursday, so I'm off for the rest of the weekend. And then, yeah. So all right. I'll be at the house, you guys, watching Creed tonight. And I don't have any shows this week coming up. If I do get some, I'll post them on Tanjareen.com under comedy. And I'll be posting a bunch of clips and different things because the algorithm wants snippets. Thanks so much for watching. Thursday, CT better be on caffeine. Tomorrow I'm on Caffeine, 3 p.m. Come rock with your boy. I'm gonna be playing some Hogwarts Legacy.
Thank you, Autumn Reed.
And then I'm gonna be playing more games with the squad because I love talking to my friends, man. These guys are amazing. If I do a stream and they're not in my ear, it feels like a lackluster stream. So I mean, it's truly. I mean, and I had to think about it. I'm like, yo, ever since I've started streaming in 2020, it's been with them in my ear. So I don't know how to stream without my friends.
Oh, your little internet friends, and they're gonna come in town to California for your birthday in May.
Also, anybody watching this, if you guys are interested in being a part of CT birthday weekend, it's May 6th through the. Let me make sure I get the correct dates. I don't want to just be shouting stuff. It's May 4th through May 7th, 4th through the 7th in LA. We're going to the movies. We're gonna do some laser tag. You know, a little lunch and a comedy show.
Sounds fun. I'm excited.
So if you guys want to come to LA to come spend my birthday with me, it'd be great to have you. Yeah.
CT ready to be the next Killmonger with the fresh braids. Hey, auntie. And on that note, thank you, No Veg Speed 3. Thanks for watching, you guys. I don't know what today's topic was, but please post a comment in the YouTube comment section. Right now, your comments have been on the live chat side. Post them under the video on YouTube and let me know what part of this I should clip as a snippet. We were all over the place today, but I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys. Bye.